Hi, my name is Mike McGowan. I'm the VP of Sales with Chime Technologies, and I'm here today with Mike Freeman with Spire Financial and Ryan Banovac with Navi Title. And we're here today to talk about how does tech, title, and lending come together to bring value to the residential real estate team. So if we could real quick, Mike, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, Michael Freeman with Spire Financial, area manager here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan Banovac. I've been in title and escrow 16 years, now president and owner of Navi Title Agency.
So what we want to do today is we want to talk about how when tech and lending and title aligns, that it offers the best partnership possible to help you grow your business and build efficiencies and be able to scale. So as valued partners to the residential real estate team, a title insurance company and a mortgage lender understand that teams will look to them for solutions. True partners are committed to identifying and vetting top tech platforms in the marketplace so they can offer them to their partners. Mike, some examples.
Sure, some of the tech platforms we offer to our real estate partners are HomeBot, List Reports, Flowify, Total Experts, things like that we know can help them grow their business.
Right?
No, that was good. It's, with the many years in title, people are always thinking about, the postcards, the flyers, but the many years I've been in this, the tech platforms itself, we specialized, for the last 10 years, that's all I've been doing, like with Mike, with Chime, is just diving in on all the platforms. The biggest ones that we utilize a lot are for data. Right now we're low on inventory, so we need inventory. So providing data from certain tech platforms is huge right now.
And it's not just us saying, hey, you should do this or you should do that. We practice what we preach, right? Like even as you started Navi, you and I have talked about the back-end CRM for your company,
correct,
which is called Lucrative, right? So we're not just saying, hey, try this or try that. We're actually utilizing some of the platforms that we're suggesting to you. What do you think about that?
Before we take any platform to our partners, we're always vetting it. We're always doing some sort of a beta test with some of our larger real estate partners, just to make sure it works, right? We want to make sure we've got a proof of concept before we take that out to anybody. For instance, let's say HomeBot. Even though it's been around for a while, that's something, it still amazes me how many agents are not utilizing that, even though I can sit down and show them, in most of my realtor cases, a 70% click-through rate every month over month with their database. So we always take the time to go through it and use it ourselves before we get it out there.
It's totally true, because you look at, title insurance companies, like what you mentioned on the back end, CRMs. It's being a new company, we're looking for building out the same platforms as a real estate team would, and we have to vet everything. So I have a team in place that constantly vets anything from CRMs to lead generators to websites to just information about what your home is worth. That's what's important as we keep moving forward. The competition out there there's 47,000 agents out there. You have to dial in your processes on the tech. Because the biggest thing you have to do with tech is it helps you save time, save money, and it'll close more deals.
Absolutely. And one of the things that we do with our partners is we give them full access.
Yep.
So you can vet it. You can go through the platform and make sure that it's what your partners need to be successful.
Absolutely. It's because with partnering with lender, with title, and tech, all three of us, yes, we specialize in lending, we specialize in title, and McGowan specializes in Chime, but we're constantly out there vetting every product. And you bring the three of us together, we know the best of the best. We know what's going to work. We're going to find out what your goal is, first of all, on the tech side. If you're a small team, big team, medium team, whatever it is, there are certain platforms out there that fit each criteria.
So listen, we understand that tech is meant to help us work better, faster, more efficient, but it does not take the place of human contact, right? So we leverage tech necessarily. We don't rely on it. Michael, give us an example how that works.
The same as in our business that it would relate to a real estate agent, right? We are always going to try and use tech to help us speed up getting to our clients, replying to them, following up with them to make sure they're getting us the documents we need. but none of that's ever going to take the place of our loan officers reaching out, building some sort of relationship with that client, finding out what their needs are, how we can help them, how we can provide value to them. So we always are looking for tech solutions for our realtor partners that do the same for them.
It's totally true on that, because our business is still a relationship business. And
It's
without
never gonna change.
relationship,
100%.
yeah, it's always going to be a relationship business, but the tech is always helping us on the processes. I mean, on the title side, I'm constantly looking at how to improve the process. I mean, let's be real. The title escrow process right now is very antiquated. I mean, there's no real system in place to when you put a contract into escrow, there's a bunch of moving pieces and it's still not figured out to make it smooth. So my goal is to simplify that process by using tech, but you're still going to communicate with our escrow officer. You're still going to communicate with, and the consumer's going to communicate with the realtor, the lender, everybody. Without that relationship, you're not going to have referrals.
Right. I mean, absolutely right. Tech and automation helps you leverage time.
Yeah.
And it's efficiency to do more of what you want. Listen, you guys know as well as I do, realtors want a couple of things. One is a bigger life, or another is a better life, right? The technology and the partnership that we have can provide for both, right? It provides for more transactions for a bigger life. It provides for more automation and time back if it's a better life, right? So whatever the team decides, that's their choice. And when we're together and we're aligned, we can help them do that.
Well, yeah, we're the three biggest pieces of their business, right?
Absolutely right.
Outside of themselves. So when everybody's talking and working together, it can only help.
Right. And so and that tech platform that we're so at the middle of this, a tech platform, it's a centralization point, right, of a residential real estate team's business. It's a platform that gives access for partners to work within, help conversion, maintain accountability. And listen, conversion is key. The platform should provide the benefits of conversion through features that are easily recognized and worked with both the real estate team and the partners like tech and lender. Right? There's a huge thing today about cost per lead. You and I talked about this a few months ago. What's cost per conversion, right? What is your cost to convert, those leads into transactions, and what does it mean for the overall the financials of a business, right? So, I mean, being able to work inside of the CRM, how does that help you?
To know that?
Yeah.
I mean, it lets me know where to spend my money. It lets me know where we have inefficiencies, where we have efficiencies, where we need to spend more money, right? Okay. If we can get that cost per conversion down. I mean, from all the different sources we have, whether it be from our referral partners, our agents, from our lead gen, and our call center centers that we use, we're always tracking those numbers to know where we should spend more time and money.
Right. Yeah, the conversion's huge. I mean, because you hit the point of cost per lead. I mean, there's a certain cost for everything, but right now, every team I talk to, medium or large, they're always having trouble converting. What tech is going to help me convert more? I mean, it's kind of a combo we talked about earlier about tech is never going to take over people in the business. You need a combo of both to have a higher conversion rate. Right. I mean, utilizing the CRM, utilizing the tools, even inside Chime, the conversion rate with the AI that you have built into that as well, it's huge. The conversion rate will increase, but you still have to have the relationship piece of another realtor, human, still following up on leads.
You know what I love? I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but what he just said, we convert. He said we, because we're in this business with you, right? And it is truly a partnership that is value add to the real estate team, the real estate agent, right?
Sometimes conversion comes down to timing as well, right?
Absolutely.
So the more pieces you have, following up, reaching out, backing you up, somebody might just catch them at the right time.
Absolutely. I mean, it's because even Freeman, you've built out a call center too that is a leg of a CRM. I mean, so we're building tech and we actually have people making calls to help conversion. There's the power behind that, and then coming through us, and I'll give you an example of just the whole tech and the whole three of us, is to find more listings, to find more homes to sell, is the data starts with us at title. The data is going to start there. I'm going to give you data of homeowners, this and that, whatever list you need, whatever kind of data it is to find a house, that list then transfers over to Freeman, to your call center people to help generate listings. That data is then put into the CRM for follow-up. So it's the three of us together providing all the tech is huge.
And the three of us together with participation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Involved, right? Because we see things sometimes that they're out doing, they're working in their business.
Yep.
We can help them work on their business.
100%.
Right? 100%.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
So when tech, title, and lending partners are in sync, real estate teams have peace of mind, right? Knowing that they can focus on revenue generating activities, leaving the back end stuff to a set of partners like us that are best suited to support their businesses. From a lending perspective, Mike, talk about that.
Or from partners, I think, that just handle their business, right?
Yeah.
That's a big part of it for them. A lot of stuff what we try to do, the last thing we want are agents having to stop what they're doing and say, hey, I know I sent my lender over that lead. Where's it at? What's going on with that guy? We use normal follow-up, but we also have some tech tools that help us automate that process of letting them know when we've spoken to them, what the next step is, what they've sent us, what they haven't sent us, if we've not been able to reach out to them. We try to keep it so they always know what's going on. Same thing when the loan's in process, right? The last thing we ever want is for a realtor to have to stop what they're doing and call and say, hey, where's my loan? What's going on with my loan? With automated updates, with our CRM updating them, that's just not going to happen. So you just want a partner that's going to keep you focusing on your side and know that we'll take care of ours.
And is there some kind of, do you do any financial support? Is there something involved there?
Sure, we understand this is a business, right? And businesses cost money, and hopefully the money you're spending has an ROI. So we're always open to financially assisting with our realtor partners, and we treat it like a business. There's an ROI we're looking for that investment, and we're here to support them.
Agree 100%.
Ryan, in title, you guys can provide a lot of value.
Well,
in data, recruiting technology. Talk more about that.
Yeah, it's the recruiting aspect is big. I mean, Tom Ferry said a few years ago that the single agents will be obsolete, and we're going to transfer into just teams of agents. And I've seen that kind of evolve over the last couple of years. And the hardest thing for a lot of teams today, with the volume that we had last year, and the volume's still a little high today, is recruiting, especially transaction coordinators. I mean, I work with a lot of TCs in the Valley. We also utilize a CRM that helps us keep on track for recruiting. I mean, every time I do a meeting, every time my sales team does a meeting, we always ask one question if the people are happy where they're at. I mean, because right there, I'm never going to recruit someone from a team and place them somewhere else, but I always ask the question, you happy what you're doing? Are you happy where you're at? So that person gets put into a CRM for follow-up down the road to check in. Recruiting buyer agents. I mean, I use Broker Metrics. I mean, Broker Metrics is probably the best data out there that gives you how much an agent produces per year. To me, young lions, I mean, I create a formula for young lions, I call them, that sell a certain amount of real estate in the first 2 years because they're going to be eager. They're not going to have the systems in place as bigger teams have. And I can then call those agents and say, hey, you know, after doing an audit on your business model, these are the pieces you are missing. Why don't you go check out these 3 teams? They have all those pieces of systems that you're missing.
Yeah. And listen, I think the three of us realize that there's a centralization point with technology, but if you're not involved with it, if you don't understand it, right, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone, right? And you can be additive, add value, right, within that platform. And we at Chime, we provide training and we provide resources for our partners to help the real estate agent and the real estate teams to get better at what they do every single day. Because at the end of the day, it's all about conversion, right? It's all about conversion, and partners that are aligned can make that happen, right?
And constantly evolving, right?
Yes,
We're always
absolutely.
all getting better,
Absolutely.
looking at our systems, processes.
As a matter of fact, we talked the other week and you gave me some input and we put it on our product roadmap, right? And so we're gonna do some of that, right? So that's the power of the partnership when we're aligned and you're working with us.
Yeah, because we're constantly working together on building better platforms.
Yes.
I mean, I call you all the time on certain technologies that are out there. Hey, does Chime have this? Or do you think about you can implement this? There's so much that's involved in Chime, other CRMs that, I mean, by all 3 of us communicating constantly, we're like what you said, Freeman, we're always evolving our processes. We're always evolving what we're actually offering to agents that's working. Because if there's so much shiny objects out there that that are thrown at
So
you
many.
every
Yeah,
day,
all the
every
time,
day,
all the time.
every day.
Yep.
And it's one of those where come to us. I mean, we vet this stuff every single day. I mean, that's our job is pretty much to do what you guys do on a daily basis. But like what McGowan said is, we're here to work on your business.
Yes.
So
I mean, we're business partners.
yeah,
We're-
yeah.
And that's how it should be viewed.
Yep.
And that's actually how it works. Listen, we've talked enough, right? So realize that when title and lending and tech are aligned, it makes a lot of sense to leverage that power and that value, right? If you want to, anything in closing, Mike.
No, just I agree with everything you're saying. That it can always help someone's business to have all those pieces talking together and working well together, right? Our biggest value add is that. I mean, we realize I wouldn't be here if we didn't close loans. It's almost become kind of the back end now of what I do. Like Ryan said, most of my time now is spent working on my partner's business, looking at things they're doing, adding pieces that I see they're not using, vetting pieces for them they're wondering about, but they don't know who to go to. I might call you. How many times a month do I call you and say, have you heard of this? Guys, what's going on with this? So we really are more of a working on people's business now than anything.
Yeah, because we're constantly trying to find more lead sources, because I mean there's a bunch of crummy lead sources, and I want access to leads that our partners, our real estate partners, have that not a lot of people have. I mean, so our goal.
You mean they're not resold 35 times?
Yeah, they're not resold 500 times over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You weren't supposed to say it on the camera.
Okay, sorry.
But no, it's constantly like I'm on title insurance and escrow. Yes, I started Navi Title for a reason. It was one of those where I want to perfect the process of a transaction when it gets to escrow. I don't want it to be antiquated. I want to spend the next couple of years of using tech to just make it seamless. There's so much involved and there's so much out there. I mean, there's technology that's coming down the pipe. I mean, people heard of blockchain. I don't know if that's really going to hit, if it's going to stay or not, but tech is where it's at. It's going to make our lives easier, but you still have to have the relationships too.
Absolutely. And I mean, hopefully this brings to bear the point that we are on the forefront of the residential real estate marketplace.
Absolutely.
And we know how to help an agent, a real estate team, a brokerage be more efficient, automate what they're doing, and make the transaction that much easier.
Yeah.
Right?
That's what we're here to do.
And exactly. And up the conversion percentage because we're involved. Right?
Yep.
So with that, I thank you very much for your time. I appreciate you listening and watching, and we hope you have a great day.